Good day, students, my loving underprivileged students of India and abroad. We are again back in one of the digital free educational classroom. In this, we will discuss in the fifth video of the long reading book that you have, The Diary of a Young Girl of Class 10 CBSE Syllabus. We will discuss another two important characters. The first question goes, attempt a character sketch of Peter. As you understand, Peter, for whom Annie had great liking, and liking always happens unconditionally. Only then it can call or be called a love. In this question, you will analyze this question or divide in two paragraphs with the headings that Peter was stubborn and weak-minded. Under this heading, you will analyze or expand the answer saying Peter Van Daan is a gawky teenager at the start of the book, who is stubborn and disobedient. Soon his ways change, but he continues to be quiet, self-contained, and a lover of books. He was a bookworm, rather. He spends most of his time in the attic. He does not do any physical work and is unafraid. He was a bold guy. Annie does not like him initially, but later falls in love with him. She later realizes that he is weak-minded and not strong in character. Remember, guys, you future citizen of India and fathers, character is most important in a human life. Build up your character, make sure it is strong, make sure it is sympathetic too. Under the next heading of the two paragraphs that you will answer this question of the character sketch of Peter, the second point is immature and rebellious. Who? Peter. Peter was immature and rebellious. And his first impression of 16-year-old Peter was, as mentioned, 16-year-old, was that he was lazy, hypersensitive, and a hypochondriac. He imagined all kinds of diseases with pains and aches all over his body. He used to refuse to listen to his father and was immature and rebellious. He was too shy to share his deepest thoughts with Annie. You understand? Love happens. It cannot be planned. Initially, Annie hated her, this man, and then he falls in love, which happens automatically without saying. And the most important factor in love is it endures a long period if it is unconditional and if the weak points of the lover can be digested. So here, he longed to be loved, though Peter longed to be loved, but could never open up his mind, his heart. And he tried to broaden his outlook, but failed and couldn't instill confidence in him. These are the two basic points, headings under which you should expand and answer this question. Next important character we will discuss in this video is, the question will be like this: write a character sketch of Mrs. Frank, Annie's mother. You understand, Mrs. Frank was Annie's mother. Under this, you will divide this answer in 3 paragraphs with 3 headings. First heading goes about Mrs. Frank. Mrs. Frank is thoughtless, and you will expand in it. Annie accuses her mother, Edith Frank, that is a full name, of being thoughtless, although it is clear to the reader that Annie's mother is hurt by her daughter's behavior towards her. As in the last video, I have explained how you should not be too harsh, rough, and disobedient to your parents, mother, teachers. Please go through. This is further expansion to it. Annie feels very little closeness of sympathy with her mother. So, their relationship was not smooth. It had a generation gap. And Annie is full of negative feelings towards her mother. The second heading under which you will answer this question is, Mrs. Frank is outspoken. Mrs. Frank does appear to be similar to Annie, outspoken and frank. She often responds to Mrs. Van Dan's provocative comments, and the two women frequently end up fighting. Sometimes it appears that Mrs. Frank initiates the fights, but many times it becomes both their problems. And the third point under which you will expand this answer about the character sketch of Mrs. Frank is, Annie wishes for a caring mother. Yes,